we are discussing about room database, right? So in this room database, some of the classes which we already created. So let me open that particular project. So in this now, whatever the classes we created, last we created user view model, right? That we will see in this anything is pending. So in user view model, almost everything is done. Right now, we have to write the main activity. So this main activity, we have to write the next level. So in this main activity, nothing, just we not enabled anything. Even we not enabled data binding also. Here we have to add the data binding. So I'll add here data binding first. So that is the layout. Add the layout. So once we add the layout here, now we have to here in this Gradle script, we have to enable the data binding. Okay, here we already enabled the data binding. Then in main activity here, first we'll enable the main activity. So here for this main, we have to give an ID here. That is ID main. Then in this now we will enable the data binding. So first step is here now where binding column. So that is activity main binding called null. Right. So then here binding equal to data binding util dot. So here this is so here now. Then after that here now, so we will add the next step. So now we'll add that binding dot to the load button dot set on click listener. Right. So for this now I want to access the database. So for that here now I'll declare that right private latent var. So that is user view model. So just I want to access the user view model class. Then after here now I'll access the database. So that is var database equal to room dot database builder. So within this now that application level context means from anywhere we can access that. So that is application context, comma. So that is a user database colon class.java. Right. From there we created the right. So there, what is the table name? That is a user underscore table. So this is the table which we created there, right? Then finally it is dot build. So with that we are building this class. Then also here we required that whatever the repository is created, so that repository equal to So that is a user repository. In this case here, data on base dot user DO. So from the user DO, we are accessing this. Then here, where view model factory. So view model factory, user view model factory. So here we have to write that user view model factory equal to user view model factory dot user view model factory of repository. Yeah. So then after this here now, user view model equal to view model provider dot from the view model provider. So we are getting this data. So that is a this comma. So whatever we created that view model factory above view model factory, we are passing into this view model factory dot get user view model colon dot, dot. Right now, yeah, within this now we have to add, but before that I think we have to add something this related to in the user view model. Okay, here it is showing an error. What we have to add? So in this now, outside of this here, we have to add one class that is user view model factory, which we created that, right? That we have to add here. So user view model factory, we have to add that. I think yesterday we forgot this here. We have to add user view model factory. Here that is private where repository. So that is a user repository column view model provider dot factory. So this we have right in this now. It has an override method. So that override method could be here. Create. So create view model provider. That is. So within this now here, I'm writing the if model class dot is assignable from. So that is a user view model. User view model colon class data. From there, it is assignable that we are checking here. So in case of that, here it will give that it will return so this return will be here return. So what it will return, that is user view model of whatever the repository we are creating, that repository that is as the it will return that, because here above we are returning the t. So here in case if anything that it throws an exception, so throws illegal argument exception. So that argument exception here it will be if any unknown view model. So if any unknown view model, so it will be the view model class. Right, that we have to write. Done. But for this, so what is the error here? Fun delete. New model scope dot launch. Fun delete all. For both delete it is showing the same. For delete here it is the user is a return type. Okay, this will be fine. But for this delete all, it could not be. So video dot delete all. Fun delete all. This will be fine. So this we have to do. Yeah. So now I think for here also it will be resolved, right? Done. So here also there is update so everywhere we forgot, I think that's what it is. Done, it is clear now. Then we'll go back to the main activity. Here also it should resolve now. So now within this, now we have to add the next step. So what is the next step here? Now we have to save the data. So to save the data here now, var or val something. So that is a user equal to user. So from the user table, right, we are from that class, we are saving this. So in this now, first one is the username. This is string. So that is we will get where we will get that binding dot username dot text dot to string, right, comma. So like this now here we have other parameters also, those all we will get here. Right, this is the email, this is the mobile, this is the password, right? Four parameters we are getting. This we will change et password, et mobile, et email. Done. Like this, we can save all this. So once it is available here now, so here we have to write life cycle scope dot launch. So from here, user view model dot insert. So here we are inserting the data. So that is whatever we created of a user. With that, we are inserting the data. Right here, so we'll see the toast dot make text is at the rate main activity. Then here, just I'm declaring success. Then toast dot length long, finally dot show. Done. Right. So this is save as completed. Right. After that, I want to load the data. For that here, binding dot btn load dot set application. So I want to get the data from there. So for that here now, again we'll write like life cycle scope. dot launch. Let's go dot launch. So here, well, users. I want to get the user set, right? Users equal to user view model dot get all users. So from there we are getting the all. So for the users, I'm writing one for each loop. So one by one data we have to show here. So that's the reason I have written this for each loop. For each here, that user is the return type here. User will be the return type here, like this. I'm writing here. Now I'm writing a toast. So toast dot make text. They said the rate main activity comma here. So I'm writing the I want to get the user data. So user colon. So dollar then this now user dot user. Like this, we'll get all the data. So, so this is email. Here it is an email. So this is an mobile. Mobile. Here it is mobile. Then this is password. Here it is the password. Then dot pencil penalty. Yeah. But here one more last. It is now I'll write here that is binding dot delete. Dot pattern click listener. So here now life cycle scope dot launch. So user view model dot delete all, right? So here I'll write simple toast. Make text this with the red main activity deleted. Then toast dot length on final caption. So all are completed. This user view model is showing an error. Create user view model. It is already here. User view model. User model in this. User view model file. Now we will try to run this. I think it will be here now. We'll try to run this. Yes, I'm connecting our mobile. Yeah, just a minute, it's running. Now we'll see that. See once it is launched. Oh. Just it's taking a little bit time to launch. So this is launching. So nowadays it is in a builder thread. It is asking to update this version is to 35. So let us sync this now. Because that Android Studio has updated something, so that's why it is expecting to update now. Version 35. Okay. To compile SDK is 35, so I have updated that to 35. Now, once it is synced, then we can run. That will be available in our builder Gradle kit where we are writing that our data binding enabled to right there on the kit. Yeah, almost it is done. It's launching now. We'll see. At last, again, I'm running. Just a minute, it's about to launch. It's taking too much time to run. Let's wait. Hold on. It's taking too much time. We'll wait. I think it is taking too much time. Why this? Maybe system slow. We will run this tomorrow first, then we'll continue with the other thing. Program wise is done. Just running is pending. That we will run tomorrow and we will continue.
Okay, sir.